Hi guys, Sandra here from Create in Spain with a little tip for you. I do rather like occasionally to add foil to my projects, and generally speaking what I do is I put a pen in my Juliet and I do the design and then I apply the foil. Now the way that you do it normally is to put a glue pen in the holder, and I usually use a Sakura glue pen, and it's called a quickie glue pen, but I ran out of them, and when I went to get some more I couldn't get any more, and I got an unbranded sort of glue pen which works, but I think it has a slightly faster flow. Excuse the lighting effect, I've got sunlight coming directly in my window at the moment, and it still works, but they run out of the glue very fast indeed. And I recently wanted to get some more Sakura quickie glue pens, and I looked on Amazon because I can't get them locally, and I couldn't see a quickie glue pen on Amazon at all. I also happen to have a lot of the Sakura pens. This is a glaze pen. Now this is important. The colour of it doesn't matter. The type of pen, i.e. the glaze, does. And the reason it matters is that the glaze is designed to write on non-porous surfaces. And then I thought to myself, yeah, I remembered that I actually used these in an experiment to see if you could use them to do foiling, and you actually can. Now I don't know if it'll work on this because this is watercolour paper. This is a normal printed paper that you would buy from the shops. And all I'm going to do on here is some wibbly wobbly lines in different places. But of course you can, as I mentioned, use these things in your machine. So you could do a print and cut, if you like, with drawing lines on it, and you could then put the foil on afterwards. Now the secret with this is you need to let it dry first, okay? You can't do it when it's still wet. The other thing is that unlike a glue pen, you need to apply heat to get this to work. Hence, I have my laminator here. Now this may not work on this because this is obviously very highly absorbent paper, being watercolour, but we shall see. Enough of it may lie on the top to actually do something. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. It's an experiment to find out whether it works or not. So I put it in a piece of baking parchment to protect the laminator, because otherwise you get this all over the laminator. Not a great idea. And then allow it to cool and peel off. I just need to cut some foil. So my laminator here has had plenty of time to heat up. It has a ready light that was already on, but I don't think it needs an enormous amount of heat to do this in any case. I would put it through a laminator rather than use my little craft iron for it, simply because it applies an even pressure. Now I can see on here where my line was drawn. There we have perfect foiling. That has, yeah, completely and utterly perfect, but perfectly foiled, and you can tell that because the line is missing from there. So let's see if it works on here. I may end up with some missed pieces because it's already got some use, but yeah, it's just a test swatch. Just want to see whether it will cope with it being on watercolour paper. As I know that it works on my normal cardstock. I've also tried it out briefly on a piece of acetate, and that worked. So let's cool it off a little bit. Yeah, perfectly foiled. Exactly what I did. So there we go. So you want a glaze pen. If you can't get or don't want to get a glue pen, a Sakura glaze pen will do the job. Now the brilliant thing with these glaze pens, they come in a whole host of colours. I happen to have quite a lot of them, and I never normally use them. So I won't be buying a glue pen for quite some time, I don't think. But of course it means you can still use it for writing and colouring and doing whatever you want to do with the normal pen, but it has the advantage that you can also use it to apply foil to your project. Okay, that is it. See you again soon. Bye.